wasn't saying stuff. I could sit down and listen to her and her complaints or whatever she wanted and stuff. But I think when we eventually broke up, she was like, I've been with you for over a year and I do not know you.
Hey guys, welcome to the latest episode of A Moment with B. My name is Daniel Bright Samuel. It's always good to have you guys here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you locate our subscribe button and you subscribe to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. Now they put us for business. Today we want to talk about a very interesting and controversial topic. Why do men suppress their emotions? We tend to get things like man up, be a guy, be a man. You get all those kind of things. Why do men really do this? Why now they suppress emotion? Today we have this handsome man with a Google on his face. Hi, Mr. Wisdom.
Hi.
It's good to have you here.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, so I'll just run through Wisdom bio so you get to meet him, you get to know him, what he does, and whether Namoko around me because you in the way Google. So let me just read. Wisdom Silas, handpicked by God, is a public speaker, a model, and a brand strategist. He was born in Lagos to a family of five, and as an only male child, he has been taught to man up from his early life. He went to the University of Uyo where he studied chemical engineering and is now pursuing full-time career in public speaking, modeling and brand strategy. Wisdom Silas has encountered many occasions where he has been asked to man up and has seen the manning up may not necessarily work. Hi, Wisdom.
Hi.
Hey, so you're the only male child. How
Yeah.
does it feel?
It feels is a roller coaster of feelings, yeah.
Okay.
At some point it feels good, and at
Okay.
other points it feels lonely and bad in quotes.
Okay.
So yeah,
Do you sometimes act like a woman?
if I sometimes act like a
Yes, because
woman,
you grew up with ladies and all.
yes, psychologically, yes.
Okay.
I can nag at some point. I can be
Yay.
very what's the word? I can be very demanding.
Okay.
I can demand a lot of attention. I
Oh,
like
Jesus. It
attention,
happens with me
yes.
with women.
But physically, nah.
Okay, manly man.
I'm a manly man
Okay, I
physically,
like
yeah.
that. So I saw that you grew up in Lagos. How was your stay in Lagos?
In Lagos, everybody they mad. So yeah, that's how it was. And I think I still have that bit of me inside somewhere in my core.
Okay.
Like you just have to be active all the time. You
Yeah,
get,
true. I
yes.
can relate.
The real echo boy now.
Oh, so
Oh, you can relate.
I can relate. I grew up in Lagos. I was born and in fact in the ghetto part of Lagos. So I was born in Shomolu. I grew up in Shomolu. Then I moved to Bariga. All the places where yes
Say
now.
say no more. Say no more.
Then born me for ghetto. So you're a model.
Yes, I am a model.
Hey, Chim. So why modeling? Why did you? Because I saw that you studied chemical engineering. You just move into modeling, brand strategy. Why?
Well, I think if you look at it from that angle, then you might miss the whole point.
Okay.
Actually, over 6. Is it 6 feet? I'll be 6 feet.
I know, no, I short. I
So
can't relate.
you can't relate. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm a very tall person.
Sorry.
Very tall person.
Okay.
So I think modeling chose me, and not the
Okay.
other way around. On the other hand, I chose chemical engineering.
Okay.
Yeah, even when I was at it in school, everybody knew I was not going to practice chemical engineering. From my HOD to my lecturers, my colleagues, till date, they still know I had no business doing chemical
So
engineering.
you've been just go there, make you know me like say you know go.
The story how I got to end up as a chemical engineer is a very funny one. I don't think you want to hear it today. It's very funny.
Okay, guys. Let's get into the topic. So this whole man up thing. Eh? Hmm. Let me ask my first question. Do you think the term man up is strictly gender based?
Yeah, first of all, I think we need to do this disclaimer because there's some school of thought that believe is a very derogatory term for some set of people. So asking them to man up might sound insulting.
Okay.
Asking a female or some females to man up might sound like you're putting them down. But on the other hand, somebody asked a question, would it make any sense to say human up or person up? Or so it's what it is actually. So I can't.
So do you think it's gender based? Is it particular to a
No,
gender?
it shouldn't be.
Okay.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. I think it's a generic term.
Okay.
Yeah.
When they
So
say man up.
man up. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so why do men suppress their emotions? Is it just natural with men, or is the stigma that comes with emotional men in our society?
It's not natural. I can say that for fact because it's learned.
Okay.
It's learned. You learn it early enough. If, for example, if you come from a home like I did, where you are the only male figure apart from your dad, and traditional African father is necessarily not in the house all the time.
Okay.
He goes out to make money, so you are left with the females.
Yeah.
Now you are taught to man up. You cannot think and act like the woman.
Man,
So it's
yeah.
learned that we grew up watching movies like The Godfather, and there's a particular scene that stuck in my mind when I was growing up, and it was like men can't make mistakes. Women and children can, but men can't make mistakes. So everything about a man should be
Should be rigid.
take
Man,
him out, chest down. So
with your full
with
chest.
your full chest. If you don't get chest, you guys gym small like me. Okay, so let's
Okay.
not go into
Oh,
details.
okay, okay. So why do you now feel like men suppress their emotions? Because we all know that men are not expressive. You understand? A man might be going through stuff and might not want to talk about it because of what the society would think. Because now that we have men being acting like women, simping and all around, people don't want to see men that cry, complain. Everybody just wants a man to man up. Don't Men are not allowed to express how they really feel because you're a man. You're just supposed to take things like that, chest time, like you said, with your full chest. So why are all these things? Why?
This question is technical and is a very controversial topic because I can't sit here and talk about it as a man without it looking like I want to attack the female gender.
Please attack anybody.
If a man comes to you, for example, or goes to
Okay.
a female and not man up and pours out his emotion,
Okay.
what does she do? Does she prefer solution? 90% of the time she doesn't. In fact, 99% of the time she doesn't listen.
Okay.
She hears, but she doesn't listen. So at the end of the day, and men are not like women generally. A woman can just pour out her emotions and she doesn't want you to do anything basically. She
Just
just wants
listen.
to vent. All you need to do is just sit down. No, whether are you listening or not, just and she'll feel good at the end of the day. But for a guy, he wants at the end of his ranting to hear stuff like, okay, this is what we can do, or genuine is going to be better, you'll get through this genuinely and he'll be fine. But most of the time, our females don't do it. So what's the point in wasting my strength?
So you just
So
suppress
I
your
go just
emotions.
chest down.
Okay, so among men, among your fellow guys, because I know that I'm not sure guys actually sit to talk about their emotions, even with their fellow guys. Tell your fellow guy, because normally they bobo half and that one you go walk you go do men, I've never seen group of men sit down together and maybe like talk about their problems or now just oh my god, trust you now you go solve and you go do. So do you think even among guys, you people sit to talk about your emotions or how? I'm saying you get one babe where I see I want lamba. I feel like that's what men do.
Well,
Yes.
not just that, because times are changing, yeah,
Okay.
and everybody's beginning to become aware that you need to build the proper circle.
Okay.
Some 2 3 years ago, I and my friends, me and my friends, we
Okay.
formed a group called the therapy team.
Okay.
Now what we do in that on that platform is we come with our issues that we can't tell to nobody else. So
Okay.
we pour out our hearts. When we get to that particular platform, we don't man up.
Okay.
You get so men actually talk. If you find someone that is willing to listen, you will talk. Yeah, but the
Okay.
problem, like I said, is most people do not care. Everybody's so engrossed in their own problems. So the best you can do is if you think like me, instead of bothering the other person that you feel or knows has his or her own issues, just chest your thing.
Child. Okay. Let's move to the next question. Have you ever felt like you had to suppress your feelings because you're a man?
I'm still trying to suppress my feelings because I'm a man as we speak.
Okay.
Is in the culture. It's you learn it and it becomes a part of you. There are some things. 2 days ago, after a fashion show, somebody called me and made me an offer that, in quotes, I couldn't refuse. It was so tempting, but something had to give. And as nothing good comes.
Easy.
So, but the price they were asking was good. And trust me, it was supposed to be discreet. That was one of the terms. Discreet. Do not say to anybody. At that particular point, I felt weak. I felt alone. I felt because I couldn't tell anybody. And at
Okay.
that particular point, I had to man up and chest it and make the decision on
On
my
your
own. So
own.
till even if I say, okay, I've gone through that, tomorrow now might come up, next month. So it is a continuous process.
Okay.
Yeah, the
So,
manning up thing.
okay, so even in your modeling career, have you had to like man up in apart from that situation, have you like had to man up in like any maybe you were supposed to go for a modeling something happened. You know now there's always like something always there's always drama in the little things of life. So have you had to like man up for a fashion show or something like that?
Yeah, every other time. Once I heard there is a fashion show coming up, the first thing I do is to man up because okay, I started in Uyo, yeah. So I did all the shows in Uyo and I felt, oh guy, you don't reach, you are now the king of this modeling thing. You
Uh-huh.
get everywhere. People like, you don't even need to do auditions in Uyo, you are good. So I was like, let me go and try Lagos. That's where it's
Cha.
happening. Let me go and, with the big boys.
Yeah.
So got on the bus, got to Lagos. And these guys are not even looking at your face. They're busy doing whatever the panelists, doing whatever they're doing, and you just walk and they lift up their head and they don't know you. Next, it was humiliating. At that point, I felt I was not going to do modeling anymore.
Okay.
So when the next show came up, I was like, make I do this thing. And again, I couldn't tell anybody. How I wan go tell person say star boy,
A whole
a
you.
whole me, go Lagos. As I reach, they no even look
They
my
don't look you
face.
twice.
And the other hand, wetin you wan tell them say make you no wan do this thing. So it was a battle in my mind and I had to chest it alone. So eventually, yeah, thank God I made the right choice, went for that one. And again, it happened recently. Okay, fine, we conquered Lagos at some point. Then it happened in Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt is a community of, I know you, you know me. So
Me,
for you to
okay.
break into the market, you need to know some people. And I'd left Port Harcourt for over a decade. So going back to Port Harcourt, everybody knew I was good. I was doing the work and everything. But in order for them not to even have issues with the crowd, they asked me to write down my name on the list. And as terrorist, I was never called for that show. Deep inside my mind, I was like, never, I'm not doing Port Harcourt shows anymore. But I'm just coming from Port Harcourt. I had to
Oh,
man up and go for
go.
another one. So
Okay. It's good.
that-
So when you suppress, how do I put this question? When you get to your lowest,
yeah.
who do you talk to? Who's your go-to person? Like you just want to share your problems with, or you just want somebody to listen. Who do you go to?
If I want to be conventional, I'll say I go to God.
Okay, that's a good one.
But it's been a long time me and God spoke.
Why you are fighting?
And sometimes you just want to be the stubborn child. So who do
Hey.
I talk to?
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to sound right, but I think I'm the typical man up person.
Okay.
I chase a lot of issues. I feel I don't want to bother the next person.
Person.
So I talk to myself. Yeah, I talk
Okay.
to myself. And I allow Kanye West talk to me.
You allow.
Kanye West talk to me.
Okay. Oh.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. So, this one. How do you think this man up concepts impacts the men's mental health and emotional well-being? Because some I've been in a relationship where my partner is like, oh, I don't want to talk. Or because sometimes men, they don't like this thing you're doing, but they just cannot tell you. I don't know, maybe it's because they don't know how you're going to take it, or it's just them that don't want to talk. So do you think this whole man up concept, how does it affect the men mental well-being, because for some weird reason we don't even talk about men's mental health. The only thing we do in this country, this society, is women, women,
Girl
women,
child, girl
women,
child,
girls day, children's day, females day, women's day, everything
Mother's
is
Day.
mothers. We have like 32 women, and we don't even talk about men getting raped. Do you understand? And we have lots and lots of men. So let's just come back. So how do you think this whole man up concept affect the men's mental health and their emotional well-being?
The effect is glaring if you look at the statistics of people that commit suicide.
Yeah,
It goes beyond saying that men, there's a level to what you can chest though.
yeah, true.
There's a level to what you can chest. Even if you are the strongest of men, it gets to you at some point. You become suicidal.
Yeah.
You just want, nobody wants to be alone. Okay, I'll give you a personal example again. Lucky you were in a relationship. Have I been in a relationship?
Have you been in a relationship before? Ha.
Where is the camera so that she knows vex on me? But
Wait, because I mean, you've not. Wait, are you a playboy? Let's start with that one first. Yes, models are playboys. Don't
on
worry.
behalf of all models, I dispute
So,
that fact.
why you not saying okay? Have you been
No,
in a
no,
relationship?
I tried it once. I had to try.
Okay.
I tried it
How long
once.
was it? Two
It was
weeks.
over a year.
Why?
But the problem is, she was enduring like you were going through. She was enduring. I wasn't saying stuff. I could sit down and listen to her and her complaints or whatever she wanted and stuff. But I think when we eventually broke up, she was like, I've been with you for over a year and I do not know you. So it was that bad.
Jesus.
Yes, it was that bad. So it affects us in so many ways. Our relationships, our family ties, at some point it affects our academics because you really can't focus. Imagine if you are going through challenges in your academics and you can't tell the next person. You can't even talk to counselors in school. I thought that was a very good option until I heard a story. I'm not going to mention the school, but how will somebody go to a school counselor and the counselor is telling the person to drop out and go learn how to sew?
But if you be saying that the best
No,
advice.
but that's not the best advice. That's not even professional at all.
But wait, first, you get that person go contact you and say, but if you don't collect drop, just go sew or go trade.
Nah.
No,
It's
I feel like okay. I don't know what the situation was, but I feel like
just bad grades though.
you come out
Normal
for
bad
school.
grades.
You know, say you get okay. Let's check the university level.
Mm.
You get some people where their GPA they old school. You
It don't
understand?
matter. After my year one, my CGPA was 1.82. And just like I was dumb, I was smart. I'm still smart. I'm one of the smartest person you ever meet.
Okay.
Yes, you know. But my CGPA was 1.82. I tell it to everybody that cares to listen. Again, so I just need people to put me through like, oh, this is what you should do, this is what you should do. Because I came into school with that mentality of yeah, smart. So I asked them, what was it like? I think they have changed the standard, but then below 40 is a fail, abi, so then the 40 and above, the D's and the E's. And back of my head, even if I don't attend classes, even if the only thing I do is to read after class, there's no way I can get below 40 over 100. So I wasn't attending classes. I was just going for my tests and my exam. And yes, I got over 40s, but they were low grades. I just
Okay.
needed somebody to put me through and be like, but I did not have anybody to tell. I just had to figure it on my own.
On your own. But I feel like school exam is not like a true test of knowledge
Then why didn't they give up?
because they just want to suffer you now. Because
Okay.
I've seen lots of smart kids fail. I've seen a lot of dumb people pass. You supposed to be this today for Nigeria. People they cheat. People they sort.
It's
So
normal,
no,
normal,
exam is
normal.
not even a true test. So if you want to know if person sabi book, bring the person you get. Show me what you get.
But you know go fit just say see wetin I get. You get you go need still
The
wetin you
right
get.
wetin you get.
Yes.
But I know the right am for exam. If you
Well,
trust me enough, maybe you don't teach me, allow me pass. You understand? If you
we
don't
get
teach
we
me,
get trust issues for Nigeria.
then
So
now why
that's
would
the
they do
problem.
exam? So what is that one thing that you always go around with?
One thing I always go around with
Yes,
physical thing on in my mind.
no physical in your mind, anything, one thing that you know is always with you, like every time, every day.
If I'm not with my pen, I feel incomplete. My
Why?
pen, my wristwatch.
Why? Why your
Because
pen?
in the world of men entirely great, the pen is mightier than the sword.
Oh,
Plus, our politicians, God forgive me. Okay, let me scrap that. People that steal money used to use pen and steal money. You can steal more money with a pen than you can with a gun.
oh, that's true.
Yes.
That's true. That's really be like I go start to copy. I be like people where they old pen get money. The next question. Okay, let's not forget this show is proudly sponsored by the Boyd Academy, our headline sponsor. Don't forget the link to their Telegram channel is in our description box. Ensure you join the Telegram group so you get to know how to job hunt, how to find a job because this country very hard like this. You need multiple source of income. Okay, so the next question is, do you think one is being supportive or insensitive when one tells their male friend to man up in a bad situation?
No, I don't think it is because for it to get to that point, you already know what is happening and the person spoke with you or to you. So, nah, at some points, you have to tell people to man up, especially when you feel they are breaking down.
Okay.
Yes. If the person is lucky enough to talk to you, or if I find somebody I'm lucky enough to talk with and the person asks me to man up, that's a very good advice.
So you will
It's
not feel
yes, I
offended.
won't feel offended.
You
Why am
don't
I
feel
feeling
it's
offended?
insensitive. Okay, let's say
No.
for instance, someone lost his mom at the same day. Maybe he had like a business went down, warehouse got burnt. Maybe he has a child, the child died. Like let's say multiple things, bad things happen, and you're just telling the person to just man up. Don't you think it's you being insensitive at that point? Allow the person feel.
What am I supposed to say to the person? Break
Just
down.
no, just let the person feel what he wants to feel.
Now I think it comes to communication. Yeah, it's not basically what you say or how, but how you say it. Again, I lost my dad.
When
That was
okay,
during the COVID era.
oh,
I couldn't even go back home because everyone was locked down. Now that period, I did not want people to start telling me sorry. I felt not insulted, not bad. In fact, I felt let down of if when somebody tells me sorry, oh, I heard you lost your dad, sorry. It was more encouraging when the person told me or tells me, oh, I learned you lost your dad, be strong, it's not the end of the world, you'll bounce back. Sounds better to me, my own personal opinion anyway.
okay.
Yeah, so asking somebody to man up. On the other hand, you might be going through a lot and I'm like, waiting they worry you now. Why you do like woman? So you do, yeah,
My Bobby,
my
move
Bobby,
up.
man, waiting they worry. That's downgrading, that's derogatory. But
Okay.
if I'm coming to you and I'm like, oh, like you said, your scenario, oh, you've lost your job, this has happened, that has happened, this can be the end. You are hitting rock bottom, a very good place to lay a foundation. Just be strong, move on. Man up.
Do you think men even like emotional talks? Do you
Yeah,
think they like that?
I mean, not emotional creatures too.
But you guys don't show like you have emotions.
We do not show it doesn't mean it's not there.
But you need to show something for we to know the thing is there.
No, you don't need to show something for example, are you breathing?
I'm reading.
What are you breathing in? Do I need to show it?
But
Is it
people,
there?
it's obvious. It's obvious now.
It's obvious that humans or men are made from the same cells, system, and whatever it is that women are made of.
But people don't show emotions. Okay, what will you? Okay, let me give you a scenario. Seriously, that's not funny. Okay, what will you say about a man that cries on his wedding day?
Me, I must cry.
You must cry on your wedding day.
Yes, I must cry.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I have been through a lot.
But you had just one relationship.
And that's a lot.
Wow.
Going through life as a young man and not having relationships is a lot.
But you're a model now, you're a player.
It's still a lot. I have been through a lot of scenarios.
Okay.
So if I eventually, a big if, I eventually decide, I now see the one that I feel like, oh, I should settle down with this one, my dad must cry.
But people say that men that cry on their wedding days are simps.
They are not same. So if I tell you today that you've been credited with, let me use the kind of money we call we're kids, 50 billion US dollars up and down, uncountable heaven and earth money. Won't you cry? Won't you be emotional?
I mean, I've been mentioned. I mean,
That's because a good thing has happened to you, yes.
yeah,
He who finds a wife does all.
finds a good thing, but
So why shouldn't I cry?
So men out there that say men that cry on their wedding day are thieves, you people should like go and rethink, because I feel like it's a normal thing. You get anybody can cry. Crying, I feel like people see crying as being weak.
It
Do you
depends
see?
on what you are crying for or crying about.
No, no, shoot me straight
Women
bullets.
cry. Women cry for
Unnecessary things.
unnecessary things. I was with my friend yesterday, and his girlfriend just wanted attention, so she feigned to kick her leg against my dumbbell in the house, and the next thing she was crying. And the girl was like, "Oh, sorry." Took her into the room. 30 seconds later, she came out and was shaking all of us. I won. I just wanted him to tell me sorry.
Seriously.
How? Like, so women make this thing look bad. Women make crying look bad. Because if you
Okay.
see a man cry, you'll be genuinely concerned.
Yeah, true.
But if you see a woman cry, you'll be like, is she for real? Is she,
Is she doing it to get something?
and most of the time she's doing it to get
No,
something.
I don't think so. I think women are just people use tears as a manipulative.
Let me shock you. The
Okay.
women that cry for the real reasons don't cry in public.
Ha!
Yeah.
I left the group
They
chat.
go into their closet, they cry, they wipe their tears, and they come out and smile.
Okay.
Yes.
So people that cry.
Women that cry
Okay.
in public,
So women that cry in public don't cry for the right reasons.
most of the time they don't. Not all the time, sha, but most of the time they don't.
So do you even plan on settling down as a person?
Is that part of the question?
It's not of the question.
Man propose, God disposes.
For you and God, they fight now.
Make now why I will go settle when that time come. I don't know anyways. I have no idea. I know.
You want to be modeling forever?
Modeling for me is a lifelong journey. I might not be necessarily doing wrong with till the end, but modeling is modeling. Do you know RMD is a model?
Okay.
Nah. Is Whiskey not a model?
This kid is a model.
Nah. A model for brands now.
Okay.
Burna Boy just did one, I think it was at the Paris Fashion Week with Naomi Campbell. They all did still do the modeling thing now, and they even get paid more than we do.
Be like, do they take shots, people?
It's not even a matter. Modeling has transcended that era where you have to be very tall or lanky, or we now have plus size models. We have different kind of.
Okay.
You can make for a very good model if you want.
Please, I'm open to all modeling gigs. Even you come and take me. I remember 2017 when I was going for auditions.
For what?
Modeling.
I'm not laughing at this.
So the most embarrassing one was when I went for this audition. It was my cousin that gingered me. Go, let's go. Yeah, modeling is more than height. You don't need to. I took heels. I went. There were tall girls, slim girls, very fine girls like that. And I was like, I was just the baby that was trying to look for, place to
Yeah.
fit in there. And when I got, they were like, okay. When I walked, the man was like, what do you really want to do? So I came for modeling audition. Said like this. It's not like turn around. Say so now, if you see this kind of model, what that man said to me, I felt really bad. He said,
Yeah.
yes, I like you have the physique, but you don't have the height. You have the physique as per your slim, you have a flat tummy, but you just don't have the height. And even with these heels you're wearing, still don't.
So you couldn't man up and chest it and move
Man, no
forward.
man, but me I started crying in that place now. Man waiting. About there were like 6 judges, hefty guys and ladies. All of them just they chop me raw. Me, I just stayed there, I was crying.
What's your height?
I think 5'1". Dora the Explorer. It's not that bad thing
No, it's
is,
not that bad, but it's not that bad.
but it's bad for
You said
money.
it. You said it's not that bad, meaning it's bad actually.
It's not bad.
Okay.
I'm tall.
Why didn't you say it to the guy?
I think that time I was still trying to build my confidence.
Okay.
Yes, I was shy. But now I'm fortunate for that man
If not, if I don't even see try am because
because
the
what?
limit has moved from five. Like I said, there's no limit here, but if you want to do professional runway, the limit is even moving from 5'8" for ladies to 6 feet.
I don't think I'm not going to do that. So before we call and end to the last episode, when you lost your dad, you said it was during COVID.
Yep.
How did you feel? Because COVID, there was lockdown, you can't go. So how did you feel? How was the situation like for you?
It does. That particular event changed the whole trajectory of my life, the way I think, the way I relate with people.
Was that when you started having issues with God? I thought as much. But you didn't
So,
kill your dad.
who did?
I think
My dad wasn't murdered though. He wasn't shot by armed robbers or. And for the records, he was a pastor till he died. A
okay.
very popular, serious pastor. In fact, to me, he was a perfect example of a believer. Nobody is perfect here, but to me, he was a perfect example of a believer. And this brief illness just came and
But
doesn't make any sense.
we don't you don't love your dad more than God does.
That is arguable.
It's not arguable.
Okay. Did God tell you that?
Can you die for your dad?
Straight up. Okay, fine. Let's relate me, my dad, his dying and everything back to the topic we're saying.
Okay.
If there was one person I spoke with, I could tell anything, and I
Anything.
mean anything, was my dad. This was how the last conversation went. He called and I was like, guy, you don't forget me. That's my dad.
Okay.
You don't forget me. Like, guy, I don't forget you. I just deal with you now. I just was like, I don't think you come back. You know, one come see me. I was like, oh, more, I don't broke. I don't get money. I was like, you know what? After I go send you small thing. I'm waiting for the small thing till today.
Oh,
Okay, so it's
it
painful.
was really painful because it was like your go-to person.
Yeah, it was my go-to person.
It was like your G.
He was my G. A girl comes to visit me in the house. My dad hypes her more than I would hype the girl.
Mm.
Like at some point, I was looking at him like,
It's my say.
Again, so the girl will go back and be like, Gafa, I like your dad though. He's very friendly. And,
Ah, I see what you did there, Dad. Okay, so I'm not a preacher, but I just know that there's always a time and season for everybody. No, don't get me wrong. I also almost had issues with God when my grandmother died because she had like stroke for partial stroke for 14 years. You know how that can be very painful, struggling and everything. So I that was like the that was like the worst thing that happened to me when she died. Because when you watch someone that used to know you, forget you all of a sudden, sometimes she remembers you, sometimes she doesn't remember you, sometimes you're a stranger to her. All these things. But I feel like God has reasons for everything that happened. We cannot question him according to what he says.
we can actually.
Why?
In the Bible, it says, come with your strong reasons.
Now they didn't catch me because I know to sabi Bible. But I think you should reconcile with God.
No, we're good. We're good. This year, I started church.
Oh, praise
and
Lord.
I've not missed. That's like after 3 years of not going to church at all.
Wow.
And this was me that was the church boy, keyboard guy, music guy. So at least we're off to a good start there. We go.
So guys, you've heard it from him. It's okay to express yourself. You cannot always man up in everything. And if you notice the rate of suicide we have is even more men. If a man should commit suicide, people should even be more concerned. Do you understand? We have men getting raped, but it's just that we don't talk about men's mental health enough. We only focus on women. So I think the society can do better
Yeah,
by
we should.
talking about men in mental health, how we can help them because these people, even men sometimes they are hard not to crack. But me, I say men are babies because if a man is comfortable around you, like so comfortable, He can tell you anything.
It's very easy to do, actually.
Yeah, you get. So please, let's do better as human beings. You cannot always man up. Please, if it gets too much, please speak to somebody. Suicide is never an option. So we'll see you guys next week. Don't forget to subscribe. Wisdom is good. You said handpicked by God, and you're
Yeah.
quarreling with God. We'll
Eh.
get together to the second part. See you guys. Bye for now.